Hello and welcome to GUI.Dog. Oh yes. So what are we doing today? I've been working on Surf. That's the business directory, and so I'm still working on some features. That should be up and coming, but I want to talk about something else right now, and this. I haven't been able to get it out of my mind. This free recipe saver. Yeah, the free recipe saver. It's built with AI, not by me, but by Ariel Phoenix. I will link to the video for this in the description. And I haven't been able to get it out of my mind. I mean, I'm reading right now. I'm reading what is it? What am I reading? Where is the book? Marketing Made Simple. There it is. Marketing Made Simple by Donald Miller, and he goes through the things you should do with copy. That is the text on your website and your landing page. And this really it's a textbook example of what that book covers. Because the thing is, like, building your project, your product, your service, that's one thing. But marketing, branding, which is different, and copywriting, sales, etc., that's something else. That's 50% of what you need to do. So building the product is 50%, and actually marketing it is another 50%. So that's why I'm reading Marketing Made Simple by Donald Miller. I will link to that in the description as well. So here it's like it starts off like with a copy, like the best free recipe saver app for your collection, and you can see that it's already dealing with a pain point, a need that the user has. Now, what you normally see on websites is that the company will talk about themselves. Oh, they're great this and they're great that, etc. And they're not actually addressing the need of the user. And I'm surprised that AI did this, really, because it's like, it's like literally saying your collection, not we're so great, we're a great company, we're a great app, we're a great website, and then bigging themselves up, and then and then excluding the actual user who wants to know what this website, company, app has to offer for them. And then it goes into stop losing great meals. That's the pain point. Yeah, use our recipe saver app free, and it's beautiful copy. So I can't get over the copy, and this recipe saver. Let me log into it. So where are my login details? Let me see if I can log into this one. Log in. What did I do first? I think I always start with the password first, because I don't want it in the clipboard. That is, the clipboard. I don't want it in the clipboard over there. So I've logged in, and there it is. There is my submission to humanity. A cuppa. I'm a simple man. And if you look at this, like, I've got it allows you to put a picture. Made by AI. Obviously, I didn't take the picture. I didn't take the picture myself. But and it allows you to write, for instance, the prep time, cook time, etc., tea bag, ingredients, and instructions. And then let me actually what do I do with the dashboard? Okay. That's it, my recipe book, and I can actually add one. Now, the thing about this is, like, so it's been made with AI, so I will link into the Ariel's video in the description of how she made it. And, I couldn't get over it because of this, because when you're building your app, you should think of, you're not doing it for free. The whole point is to close the distance between you and your first customer. So there has to be a payment element there. And what I see often on YouTube is that there's demos that are put out there, and there is no, like, thought given to the to how someone is going to pay. Yeah, they might mention something, or they could do this advertising or SEO or whatever like that, but there's no real path to that built into the app like this. So I've been thinking about this. Like, now the user can add a photo, which is great, and then you've got like the prep time and so forth, servings, etc., and then you've got the ingredients here, and that is how you can add the payment element. If I was going to actually skew some features on this, the ingredients, I would allow the user to add the ingredients, and then I'd have a little section for an Amazon link to that ingredient right here. Amazon link to that ingredient, and then what this web app will do is that it would add my Amazon affiliate link to that Amazon link. So the user won't add it, and if they do add an affiliate link, it will be stripped off, but it will be my affiliate link added to it. And obviously you have to inform the anyone who's using the recipe, who's looking at it, all done and dusted, and wants to follow you. If they're going to follow that link, you have to tell them that you might receive a commission. But that's fine. You can just put a little label there telling them that it's a commission, and you might receive a commission from it, and so forth. And then so not only with the ingredients, I would actually have, instead of like next to or underneath ingredients or whatever, I would actually have the utensils. Because when someone uses your Amazon affiliate link, whatever they buy with that link, you get a certain percentage of it. It's a small percentage, but you get a certain percentage. And if they're actually buying things like coffee makers, they're spending $300 on a coffee maker. That's a decent chunk of money going towards you, because they've used your Amazon affiliate link. And if they click on the link and they see the ingredients or whatever, and then they don't buy anything, and later on they decide they want to buy something, and then they open that tab, because they've used your Amazon affiliate link, it will still be in you. Whatever they buy, they don't have to actually buy the ingredient that got them to the Amazon link. So that's what I'll do. So I'd add utensils, I'd add Amazon affiliate links, and then I'd make it so that it's like Pinterest, like it's there's a social element, because I'm not a person that I'm not a cook. I don't, cooking is not my thing. My mother taught me in 10 minutes how to cook, and I've been doing that ever since, but I will actually watch on my YouTube. I think it's an Uzbek cooking channel, because it's just so interesting how other people find that from other cultures they cook food. It's amazing, really. You can't get enough of it. I'm not a cooking person, and it really annoys me when people talk about food. Like, seriously, it annoys me. It's the subject that I don't find any interest in, when they talk about food and cooking and whatever, and they just go on and on. But people almost they're enthralled by food, like they so this web app has potential if you make it social, like Pinterest. If you make it like Pinterest, so that I can actually see the other, I don't think I can actually see anyone else's recipes. No, yeah. If I can actually see other people's recipes, and then I can actually click on them. So let's just assume that's not mine. This is someone else's, and they have the great idea of how to make a cuppa. And then and then like basically you have tea bags, and then I'll put an Amazon affiliate link to my favorite tea bags or whatever here. And then click on it will send me to Amazon, and then like whatever any purchases are made will be that affiliate link. And then I would actually add YouTube videos as well. Minimum viable feature packed product YouTube videos of how to cook it. So what is the offer here? What is being made easy for people? What is the offer? Why would someone use this app? Is because it's being the process of cooking something new, something novel, something out of their normal procedure is being made a lot easier. It's just like you have the video, you have the ingredients, you have the instructions, and then you have links to the utensils and the ingredients, and then those links just happen to be affiliate links. And just imagine like 100,000 people use the app. Just imagine 100,000 use the app. 10,000 click on an Amazon affiliate link. One. They don't have to click on all of them, just have to click on one. 10,000 click on an Amazon affiliate link. And then 1,000 actually make a purchase. And it doesn't have to be their tea bags. It could be something else. 1,000, then, just let's say a minimum purchase of $5. We'll use the international reserve currency, $5. So you have, that's 5,000. 5,000, and then you get a commission out of that. You get a percentage of that. I don't know how, I can't remember what the Amazon affiliate percentage is, but you're getting some money. And then, then it's just like, how does that scale? Is that 100,000? Is it like every year? Is it every month? Is it every week? So really, you have a lot of potential here. You guys that not using AI, crying and whining about AI taking your jobs and so forth. Now is the time, because now AI is new. When a technology is new, you don't have to be good at it. Your competition right now is learning. They're toddlers learning their ABCs and unos dos tres. That is your competition. So what am I talking about? When I was growing up, I had a friend, and she had to learn how to touch type, because going through school, we weren't using computers. We were using pen and paper, and then touch typing, was a thing for a special class of people. And then later on, I'm working with someone, and they said that they went to some kind of test when he was younger, and then there was this young guy who had the keyboard on his lap, on his leg, and he wasn't even looking. Like he was typing doing the whole test thing to test his typing speed, and he wasn't even looking, and he was laughing doing it because it was so easy. So when I say that those people who are learning alif ba ta, ich ni san shi, those people, those toddlers in 10 years time are going to be AI native. They're going to be your competition, and they're going to blow you out of the water, because they're going to know the ins and outs. They've grown up with this, and they'll know the ins and outs of it. But you have 10 years, and 10 years is enough for you to, when you're building an app, you can't think of it as just like something that you do over a weekend, then you put it up, you host it, and then that's it. Then money's going to be rolling in. No, you have to keep on skewing value. You have to keep on adding features and looking for that, listening for that market echo. Are people using it? The metrics, the Google, the analytics. Are people visiting your website? Are people going to your affiliate link? Are people uploading images? Are they uploading YouTube videos? Like, you're looking for that kind of feedback. Are they talking about you on social media? Are they commenting back to you and saying, oh, this is great, or this is not so great? You're looking for that kind of feedback, and you're skewing value until you actually get. J Demarco, he talks about it like this. He says that a lot of people, when they start a project, it's like hitting a piñata. Is it a piñata? Is it piñata? I think it's piñata. A piñata, like they just kind of nudge it. They just nudge it, and then it just swings, and then that's it, and then they give up and walk away. No, you have to take a real huge swing at it. And Jim Rohn, he says, massive action. If you're gonna do something, do it in the thousands. What you want is 10,000, according to J Demarco, 10,000 impressions, 1,000 clicks. You really need to do it in the thousands before you, and then because your response rate might be 0.01%. That's the reality. It might be 0.01%, and then, like, we don't really think about that. We think like it's going to be 2 out of 10. Like 20% of the people that respond are going to be actually hand over money to you. That's not realistic. So yeah, so you guys, this is the opportunity right here. You've got something here. You've got the Pinterest of recipe recipes right here. It's a great idea. The copy is nice. It was done with AI, and I can't believe that AI did this. This is wonderful. You have a monetization, like, and you don't even ask money from the users. It's an affiliate link. Yeah, there's a guy called he does websites. He's Ferdy. Yeah, I'll link to his channel in the description. He made his money through affiliate links, and but it takes a lot to. But just imagine that you have something that people are using, and the affiliate link is just sitting right there, next to the ingredients, just right there next to the ingredients, and all that person has to do is click it. You've made it so much easier. Like if you try to do it in any other way, how are you gonna get your affiliate link in front of 100,000 people? That's the question. How? This is how. So guys, get on this AI thing. Stop crying, whining, and crying and complaining it's taking your job. When you've got all these opportunities to make passive income, your wealth is right here, and it's a golden opportunity. Get on to it right now. If you like what you're hearing, make sure to hit that subscribe and ding that bell. Give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Tell us in the comment section why you gave us a thumbs up, a thumbs down. And do give that gem of a link, Fastlane Business Forum, 7 days free trial. Take a look, click that link, and I will see you when I see you. Watch this video next. Thank you very much, and goodbye.